Perfectionism typically comes from like this deep insecurity of if it is not perfect, people will see the holes not in the project but in me. And I think that's so often why the perfectionism happens. We it's an image we're trying to portray. It's a if I'm not perfect, I won't, meet the standards of my boss. Whatever it is, there's all sorts of different motivations behind the perfectionism. But the problem with perfectionism is, again, for me, I feel like you get so far down a road that there's no coming back from it, or you're wasting your energy, especially if you lead teams. You're wasting the energy of your team on a 10% element that might change anyways. I've been doing a lot of like coding with Claude Code lately, and I like want to do this, and then 2 seconds later I'm like, the he finishes the code, and then I'm like, actually undo all that. I want to do it this way instead, right? That is not what you do with a person, right? Like if he was an actual person, he would have quit a long time ago and be like, this is the worst boss I've ever had. I can do this with Cloud Code, right? But like the idea is sometimes we see something and we have to change it. And if we get too far down the road of like, this is what perfection is, I feel like we can just wear out our teams. Again, there's a healthy thing of like, okay, do proper planning, like plan the process so you're not burning out your teams with 1,000 iterations, but also leave space for, okay, what needs to change? There's so many changing variables. There's the environment, there's the market, there's yourself, there's your team, there's your resources that you have available. And I feel like when you try to be such a perfectionist about it, you miss out on some great opportunities.
I love in the assessment you give priority areas